If anyone is out there, if anyone can hear us.
This is your wake-up call. Greetings from Portalville, where our moons are bright and beautiful, and also definitely watching us. They are very, very interested in what you're doing, and conversing behind your back almost constantly. And what a lovely twilight it is, August Potts here in the studio, ready to entertain. As my mom always said, lose an hour in the morning and you'll be all day hunting for it. Or it could be hunting you.
You once again have forgotten to introduce yours truly, co-host,
Still, my most meager assistant,
co-host of the show here, Guy Redshurt. Hello all.
Portalville's Dark Saints Eve week celebration is continuing today, and we will be covering more fun topics. But first, I have a sponsor message from Nemo's Boat Tours, who specializes in underwater touring vessels. Submarine tours are currently on a springtime pricing special. Travel the outskirts of Bailey Island in relative safety, whilst feeding baby narwhals. Disclaimer, no refunds due to loss of limbs or life from unplanned kraken attacks. Now for top news around Portalville. The Portalville Safety Commission is issuing a warning to all vain, egomaniacal citizens who dare to take care of their personal hygiene and appearance on the daily. Please keep dark cloths and blankets draped over your mirrors. We have enough spectral entities cluttering the city streets. We don't need any more traveling from hell itself, crossing through your mirror and causing all sorts of hauntings and, worse yet, spiritual possessions. On the west side of the island, Old Man McGillicuddy seems to have simply vanished. His relatives sought out the local protectorate for assistance in finding the old man, and the Men in Black once again issued a statement. He is a total drunk loser, big time. Probably walked into the sea after a depressing bender. Forget about him, and stop asking questions, or something bad might happen. Not that we are issuing threats, we're just saying, you know? Good enough for me.
You know, I kind of hope he's okay. He's a good guy.
You guys are buddies?
I mean, we're not buddies. He's just a nice guy.
Madame Brighton contacted the local paper claiming a horrific nightmare came to visit her after recent doses of Temporalax failed. She claimed her husband and 2 children were taken by the nightmare, but without proof, Brighton is being held in a local jail for investigation. Rumors are spreading around the island that we may be developing immunity to Temporalax, creating a need for higher doses. However, Sinclair Industries CEO Hercules Sinclair has issued a formal address to all citizens of Portalville. I'd like to lay these nasty rumors to rest. Temporalax is still extremely effective in keeping the nightmare creatures from attacking our lovely Portalville. Sinclair Industries has been allocating resources and assisting the Men in Black and Magistrate Renault in their investigation of Madame Brighton's plight. I am confident that the real cause of her family's supposed disappearance will come to light in the coming days.
You sounded just like him.
Yeah?
Wait. I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt. Did you hear something outside?
No. What?
It sounded like a dog's chain or like a leash or something. Okay, it's probably just your wind chimes. I think I'm going crazy. Sorry, Faust.
Carrying on, Dr. Winthrop would like to sincerely thank you all, and I quote, for the spare part donations that were brought to my yard and dumped off with little to no care as to how anything was organized. I can't have piles of garbage everywhere. I don't want to be fined by my HOA. Now, Winthrop would also like to know if anyone also has a spare dog or goat they no longer need. I just need it for a funny experiment, and no,
You will not get the animal back.
so it should be one your kids aren't very attached to, maybe not a pet, but I'll take what I can get. The City Council sincerely requests that all followers and converts of the COC please stop summoning Cthulhu at all hours of the day. The 9 p.m. curfew instated by Magistrate Renault also applies to 160-foot-tall ancient gods.
I mean, and not to mention the abhorrent slime that drips from that height is causing damage to city property. And in my own experience, cleaning mucus off shingles is a homeowner's absolute nightmare.
What do you even use to clean it?
You can use,
Baking soda? Salt?
No, you just use some elbow grease to get in there with, you can use a push broom.
Does it stink? I have a lot of questions.
It smells like complete shit.
Is it flammable?
But the mucus already smells, so, you know.
Indeed. Not sure if insurance covers Titan damage.
It does not. They always find a loophole.
I think mine only goes up to 100-foot creatures, not 160. And now, an emergency traffic report. Steam vehicle drivers and especially horse carriages are being cautioned to stay away from the south side of the island for the next several hours. The road is reportedly washed out by a purple, sentient, ectoplasmic mass slowly creeping across the road, dissolving anything organic in its path. Traffic officials have tried everything from poking it with a stick to scooping it with a bucket, and one traffic worker is quoted as saying, "It's too goopy and thick to mess with, not a pleasant smell either, and we don't get paid for it that great. Also, Dumb Carl's fingers were dissolved after he was fucking with it." Well, condolences to Carl's fingers, and let's hope the highway clears soon before the festival opens this weekend. And now, for the weather.
Oh, please. Let me do the weather honest. This could be my shot. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime, you better.
For fuck's sake. Go ahead.
This?
Don't.
This is Guy Redshurt. And now, here's weather for this evening, or morning, whatever this is. You know, it's always dark. I think we've said that before. The temperature is flip-flopping between comfortable, breezy summer night and wintry cold with scattered icy hail showers. That should make it easy to dress accordingly for once. Enjoy. I think I nailed it.
Quite informative. Do you know if the weather has any effect on the slime?
I'm not an expert, but I think the weather might just piss it off.
Slime can get pissed off.
You said it was sentient.
Oh. I didn't say that. Wait, did I? Damn it. Yeah, I did.
For all of you out there, I'm not trying to have an intervention, but August Potts is drinking already. It's morning.
I have another question. Will
damn
the
it.
hail actually assist in keeping the fairies at bay?
I think it would have the same effect as the sentient slime, the blob. I think it would just piss the fairies off more, and they're already pissed. I don't know why. They come at you.
Has
I'm
this
not
happened
stealing.
to you?
I'm not gonna steal your honey. I'm just walking by.
Quite informative. And one last announcement from the Festival Planning Committee. I have here the winner of this year's Miss Portalville, who will be crowned during the grand opening of the Dark Sainty Festival. Many young women entered this year's pageant, including myself.
Oh.
And the island has voted. Let me just open this envelope 1 second. And the winner of this year's very esteemed Miss Portalville is Margaret DeWitt. That fucking bitch.
Congrats to Miss DeWitt. You know, she is very lovely, a saintly person, much deserved.
Really?
Okay, you seem to be in the foulest of moods today.
Well then, without further ado, I'd like to introduce this episode's special topic. But first, more bad news, I'm afraid. Sadly and annoyingly, the Professor Von Aldinger canceled on the show at the very last minute. After finding out this would not be a paying gig, the Professor chose to hunt wild quail with his fancy friends instead. But as they say, when life gives you lemons and ruins your radio talk show, or your Instagram gets hacked and deactivated.
What is Instagram?
I don't know. We're from the 1800s.
Yes.
Anyways, when life gives you lemons, you should make lemon margaritas. I'm currently on my second one.
You know this is morning, right? I don't want to overstep my boundaries because I care about you, but it is quite early for libations and such.
Today,
You have a problem.
Guy and I will instead be discussing a hot topic with Portalville residents.
So do you mean I really am your co-host today?
More like unpaid intern.
Brilliant. An upgrade. So exciting.
Just for today.
We'll talk about it.
Mayday! Mayday! I'm lost. I'm being called. Visibility is inadequate.
Hello?
What was that?
Apologies, folks. I thought Dr. Winthrop fixed this blasted radio contraption, but it seems we're still getting odd interference today. Let's hear a word from today's next generous sponsor while I check the wiring.
Ow! Christ, ribs, Jesus. Ah, yes. That's my cue. Do you hate people? Well, if you're like me, head on in to Miss Abaddon's Voodoo Boutique, where we have a sale on fragranced curse candles and essential herbs for your casting needs. Or set up an appointment with an in-store professional for cursing your enemies and family members. And a free mocha frap with every purchase over 10 portal tokens. Great deal.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I love fraps.
You would. Just so chipper all the time. Have you had like 4 today already?
Yes.
Looks like our audio device is okay. Back to the show, folks. Without further ado, let's begin our discussion. This episode's last-minute topic. Guy, what is the worst thing that has ever happened to you here in Portalville?
The worst thing?
The worst. Give it to me. Grotesque details and all.
I mean, there's been many, many horrendous events in this dimension of absolute mind-bending terror. But, oh man. Put me on the spot. Okay, I got it, okay. So, when I was a kid, the Redshurt family tradition was to go camping during the Dark Saints Eve festival weekend. My dad was kind of a tough guy. He was one of the founding fathers, and he thought it was a little bit, over-commercialized, I guess you could say, the atmosphere of everything. He always said that we should spend a week in nature and rough it, and to just truly appreciate what it meant to have all of our belongings, because the founding fathers, when the Rift event happened, they had to kind of survive, and they had to make do with what they had. Well, okay, so one night my mom and dad and Sally, that was our dog, we had made a great little camp on Settlers Ridge. If you go up there, I don't know if you know, there's a great view of that endless sea from up there. So that was basically the go-to campsite every year. I think I was about 6 years old, if I recall correctly at this time, but...
You have memories?
Certain blurs here and there. Sometimes I wake up in my cottage, not remember. Yeah, I don't recall exactly how I got there. But that's besides the point. So anyways, my father, like I said, he was a survivor of that Great Rift event when Bailey Island got warped to this dimension. He was an excellent outdoorsman. He had made, on Earth, he made their cottage, out of wood. Hand-made it. We hiked. He taught me how to build a fire that night for the first time. Gathered wood. We did that whole pyramid thing with the logs. The day went so well. Like I said, we hiked, we swam in the lake, we told stories, we cooked sausages over the fire. But something was just off. There was like an eerie, ominous feeling, like a cloud came over our camp. And Sally, she started barking at something in the woods. And there's already beasts out here, so I knew something was wrong. My parents didn't notice. They weren't alarmed. But Sally, she was going just nuts. Her hair was standing up. She sensed something for sure. I heard a twig snap, and Sally just tore off into the night and was gone.
Then what? Was there a black-eyed, tentacled monster lurking in the woods? Or a supernatural, masked psycho killer hell-bent on revenge for letting him drown in a lake?
What do you mean? That's it? Like, my dog ran away.
So you lost your puppy. I mean, there's mythic monsters, creatures from hell, an insane bloody nightmare fuel roaming the island, and this is your most traumatic event? I mean, her severed head rolled out of the shadows and stopped her feet.
No, gross. Jeez, August. Christ.
Holy fuck. For real? That's it?
Oh yeah, I lost my dog, okay? She never came back. She ran away. It's traumatizing. I mean, I used to have this depressing dream that one day she would come back for me because I didn't take care of her. That is traumatizing.
Wowie. Thanks for sharing. Well, as I was saying earlier, on bad days, let's make the best of the circumstances we're given. I'm willing to bet that incident wasn't the worst thing to happen to you, Guy, and we should look on the brighter side.
You mean like new puppies?
Well, for example, it is always eternally dark here, but on the bright side, there is a very lovely full moon today. Speaking of, Guy, would you be so kind as to do me a gentlemanly favor?
Yeah, I can help you out. What's up?
Please go outside and grab my makeup mirror. I seem to have forgotten it on the front porch.
It's kind of strange you would leave your compact outside, but
I think it fell out of my purse. Oh, my female brain. If my head weren't attached. Ooh, such large hands you have for a co-host, Guy. My.
Well, I'll be back in a flash.
Damn. Poor guy. Guess there was something prowling around outside. Hopefully Guy's next clone won't remember his upgrade to co-host. Wonder if he remembers memories. It's weird. You know, Guy was right though. I really was in a foul mood, but now I'm feeling much better. This episode reminds me of a quote that I once read in the Portalville Fables Compendium. So keep your head up high, keep your chin up, and most importantly, keep smiling today, because life is always ready to fuck you with something worse. Marilyn Monroe. Whoever that is. And with that, August Potts signing off till next episode. Have a wonderful twilight. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Add in the comments if you've seen or have information on Old Man McGillicuddy.